That small piece of paper is going to be their albatross. A single laboratory result was already carrying a secret powerful enough to activate a tsunami. Love had won. Families had agreed. The wedding was drawing near. To Kingsley and Ada, the future looked bright. But destiny was quietly preparing a test neither of them could see. Even the pastor appears to have miscalculated. The days following the family meeting were filled with excitement. Wedding invitations were being designed. The church had been booked. Ada spent hours discussing decoration themes with her friends. Meanwhile, Kingsley, naturally as the man, was busy calculating expenses. One evening, Ada's father called. "My children, I will advise or I will insist you both should do another genotype test." Reluctantly, they agreed. "Please do it this week." "Yes, Daddy." Ada then turned to the husband. "We have done this test before, and we are certain of the results. What's the point of repeating it again?" Kingsley then asked, "How about your dad?" Ada replied, "We will simply inform him that it has been done, and the result is the same." Kingsley nodded and was satisfied with his wife. Within the week, they sent the outcome of their test to the father. Kingsley test result says, AA. ADA test result shows AS. Thank God. The father was excited. He was more concerned about Kingsley's result because he had an idea of his daughter. That evening, both families celebrated. The wedding preparations moved into full gear. Nobody had any reason to worry. Weeks later, the church wedding finally arrived. The atmosphere was electric. Friends traveled from different states. The choir sang beautifully. As Ada walked down the aisle, Kingsley struggled to hold back tears. She looked stunning. When the pastor asked the famous question, "Do you take this woman to be your lawful wife?" Kingsley responded confidently, "I do." "And do you take this man to be your lawful husband?" Ada smiled. "I do." Applause filled the church. Two hearts became one. Their marriage began with joy and endless dreams. Months passed peacefully. The newlyweds settled into their new home. They laughed often, prayed together, supported each other's ambitions. Then came another blessing. One evening, Ada walked into the living room carrying a small package. Confused, Kingsley opened it. Inside was a baby shoe. His eyes widened. "Ada," she nodded. "We're having a baby." Kingsley jumped to his feet. "What?" The couple hugged tightly. Their home erupted with celebration. 9 months later, a baby boy arrived. Healthy, handsome, perfect. The family named him Daniel. For the first few years, life seemed beautiful. Daniel became the center of everyone's world. His grandparents adored him. His parents cherished every moment. Then strange things began happening. At age 2, Daniel developed frequent fevers. Doctors treated him for malaria. The symptoms disappeared, then returned. A few weeks later, he complained of severe pain in his hands and legs. Again, the doctors treated him. Again, he recovered. But the pattern continued. Hospital, home, hospital, home. The visits became increasingly frequent. One evening, Daniel cried uncontrollably. "Daddy, my legs hurt." Kingsley carried him. Ada stood helplessly nearby. The pain eventually subsided, but fear, panic, and suspense had entered their home. Months later, Daniel suddenly collapsed while playing outside. Panic erupted. Neighbors rushed to help. Kingsley drove like a madman to the hospital. Doctors worked frantically. Hours passed. Ada sat outside the emergency room crying. Kingsley paced endlessly. Finally, a senior doctor emerged. His expression was serious. "Mr. and Mrs. Okafor." The couple immediately stood up. "Your son is stable now." Both sighed with relief, but the doctor's face remained troubled. "There is something else." Their hearts sank. The doctor adjusted his glasses. "I would like to run some specialized tests." Ada looked confused. "What kind of tests?" The doctor paused, then spoke slowly. "I need to confirm whether your child may have an underlying blood disorder." The room suddenly felt colder. Neither parent understood what he meant, but somehow, they both felt afraid. Very afraid. As they watched their sleeping son through the hospital window, neither realized that the next test result would change their lives forever. To be continued.